when we look at what MAGA is doing right now, by, of course, trying to get rid of the pages representing Jackie Robinson, his service for the U.S. Army, when they getting rid of the pages about Congressional Medal of Honor winners, of the Medgar Evers and others, now that they got called out by sports journalists. So now all of a sudden they're saying, oh, that was a mistake. We didn't mean to do that. Well, this morning, folks, when I was coming to flying to Austin, I got an email from my homeboy, Spike Lee, asking me what was I aware of. And I told Spike, we've been covering this stuff, this erasure of African Americans. He said, man, I got to come on. And so joining us right now, Roland Martin Unfiltered, is Spike Lee. What's up, Spike?
What's up? What's up? What's up? I apologize for being late.
It's all good.
But
it's all good. Listen, I was supposed to do my show.
Keep speaking that truth, brother. Keep speaking that truth. Because what they're trying to do, they got caught with those shenanigans, skullduggery, subterfuge, and now they try to backtrack. But too late. And now we had the response by David Robinson, son of Jackie, and Rachel, the queen, who's still alive today, 100 years old, and they got caught with their pants down.
Yep.
But we're not going for the okie doke, the Rudy Putin. Not doing it. Not having it.
Spike, the reason I wanted to start this way again, I'm standing at, this is a Confederate monument on the Texas state grounds. When our kids come to Texas Capitol, they got to walk past this crap. And that's what they want. They want us to celebrate this stuff, but they don't want us to celebrate and remember Jackie Robinson. And now they're trying to say, oh, it was a mistake. No, what they did was they typed in.
Jackie's not the only one. That's not a mistake.
That's right.
They've done it to African Americans. Come on, Japanese Americans. It's some you know what, but I don't want to curse.
No. Trust me. You can. My show is called Roland Martin Unfiltered, so cursing is allowed. But here's the thing: they also the Navajo Code Breakers. One of the men who was putting that flag up at Iwo Jima, they removed his pages. The reality is. That's what my book is called, White Fear, Why the Browning of Americans making white folks lose their minds. They want to erase African Americans, Latinos, Indians. They want this to be about white Americans. That's what MAGA and Donald Trump is all about.
I'm glad there's been an uproar about this, and I was just waiting for them to erase Crispus Attucks, the first American to die for this country in Boston. Crispus Attucks. They can't say that happened. We got paintings to say that. Him being shot. He was the first, Crispus Attucks was the first person to die for the United States of America.
But also I want, Spike, you're rocking.
And he ain't the only one.
I want people to understand something, okay? I'm here in Texas. It was in Texas where Jackie Robinson was court-martialed because he refused to give up his seat. There's a great movie. I wish TNT would reissue the movie. Andre Braugher played, and I've been trying to get my hands on a copy of this movie. Andre Braugher is called the Court Martial of Jackie Robinson. On the late Andre Braugher,
he was there with his guy there was Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah.
They were together.
So I need people to understand Jackie Robinson is a tie to Texas. They wanted to court-martial Jackie Robinson. They court-martialed. That was an actual trial. He beat it, but he fought segregated busing in the Texas town. And so people need to understand Jackie wasn't just about breaking bears in baseball. He was standing up and fighting Jim Crow racism right here in Texas when he was in the U.S. Army.
Speak the truth. Speak the truth. You know, here's the thing, though. People got to read. People got to read. We got to read. We got to read. We got to read.
But here's the deal, though. That's why they want to get rid of the websites. They want to get rid of the web pages. They want to get rid of these things. People don't have access to the information. And you know how I feel. That's why we got to have black-owned media to tell the stories. Yeah. We got to have movies. We got to have documentaries.
And you're leading the way, my brother. You're leading the way. And we were just talking about while you were trying to tell people, black folks in the media what's going to happen, but they thought you were crazy. Now they look crazy because they had a job.
They told me I was crazy, but I want our people to understand.
They said, I'm not going to use the N-word, but they were saying, that Negro's crazy. That Roland Martin, that nigga's crazy.
That is what they were saying about me, and now they calling me asking me how did I actually do it, and because they want to replicate what we've done here. But here's the thing,
Yeah.
Spike. This is where I'm telling our people we got to be vigilant, and we just can't say, "All right, man, it's no big deal." No, at
It's a
every
big
moment
deal.
we gotta
It's a big deal
fight
because
them
this
everywhere.
is our history. This is our herstory. This is our legacy. We built this country. 400 years, from working from Kansas City in the morning, Kansas City at night. We built this country. That's why I named my production company 40 Acres and a Mule.
That's right. That's right.
That's
That's
not like
right.
random. That's not
That's right.
random.
So Spike. Here's what I want us to do. They restored the Jackie Robinson page, but we should say, no, 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 no. Y'all gonna restore all of the pages. Every
Everything.
single, everything. Every
Everything.
brother.
We need, first of all, we need to do the research and find out who we don't know.
Yep.
There's some people don't have the historical significance, you might say, or the claim of Jackie Robinson, but they were black, so they got rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta find out every single person, black, brown, Native American, Japanese American, that they decided that they don't exist, which is some BS.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I just want our folk, this is where we must be vigilant. I don't see this as, yes, they've restored the pages, they restored the page of Jackie Robinson. And here's the crazy thing. When they deleted Spike, they actually had the URL that ended in DEI.
Explain that for people to
Well,
understand that, like me.
it was all about them trying to send a signal that, oh, this is just DEI. No, Jackie Robinson is American history. He's black history. He's American
Right.
history. He's U.S. Army history. And we cannot allow these people to segregate our history. And again, what I'm not going to do is be silent as I got to stand here and watch this piece of shit, this Confederate monument on the state grounds here. I'm not going to be silent when they defend this crap, but then they want to give us hell when it comes to folk like Jackie Robinson and our history. No, we got to be fighting this thing every step of the way.
We have to, and we owe this to our ancestors. We owe this to our ancestors, and then, they think they're slick with their DEI. That's really DIE.
Yep. They want, listen, man, I
It's
keep
not
telling,
DEI. People, wake up, people. Like I said many times in my films, wake up. It's not DEI, it's DIE.
and they want to shut it down. They want to defund Black America. And so this is the moment. And again, I was just inside, and they were debating DEI in the state Senate. These Republicans, oh, this is just unfair. And it's like, really, it's unfair. But when you look at the numbers, when you look at the jobs, when you look at the housing, when you look at all these factors, guess what? Our numbers aren't in great numbers, but they want to act like DEI is the biggest problem in this country. No, the reality is it is still white racism in Texas and in America.
Why are you picking on Texas?
Because I'm born and raised here.
Oh,
And
you
I'm
guys
saying it
won a
right.
couple World Series, beat the Yankees, but look, I knew you knew how to get sports, and you had to get the Yankees in there.
Well,
The Rockets look good, though. The Rockets look good. I know it's a
I
big
tell you this,
segue.
I will tell you this here. There was a white guy who was inside the Capitol, and he was sitting here with a big old sign saying "Close our borders," and he had an American flag and a Confederate flag. And I walked past, I said, "You know, y'all ass is lost." And he was like, "Well, we're still winning now." I said, "No, your ass is lost and you're going to lose again." So that was the only time I said, "Go Yankees," inside when he had his Confederate flag. I said, "Go Union Army." And so he started laughing. So we want to let you know, the only time you're going to ever hear me say "Go Yankees" is when I'm referencing the Union Army beating these racist Confederates.
Well, you know what you made me think about my brother Glory, who won an Oscar for that
Yep.
role. And
The 54th.
are you coming up
The
Sunday?
54th.
Are you coming up Sunday for opening Othello, opening night?
No, I'll be where am I Sunday? I got a colonoscopy on Monday, so I will be preparing for that. So but I'll try to make my way to New York.
You got an excuse.
I got a serious excuse.
I'm gonna tell Denzel.
You tell
Sunday night
Denzel.
after the opening night of Othello.
You tell
Why you
Denzel.
weren't there?
You tell Denzel I would have been there except for my colonoscopy. But
I'm
I'll
gonna
text
tell him
Paul.
word for
I'll
word.
I'll text Paul. I'll text Pauletta so she know as well. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
Spike.
yeah. Text Pauletta. Let Pauletta be the bearer of that news, not me.
But anytime I pass the word to Denzel, he's a big Cowboys fan, so I love him being in misery with them losing.
He's a Cowboys fan.
Oh, huge,
He
huge.
never told me that.
Oh, dude,
Oh, I got one on him.
I was giving him hell in the last couple of months, so I'm gonna hit him up. Well, Spike, we gonna keep swinging.
Okay, hold
Man,
on.
I appreciate.
We made a segue there. Can we just get back to a serious thing? So when we go up, before we go up, please.
Yeah, bottom line is this
Uh,
here. This is what we need. Like when you hit me this morning and you were like, man, you see this here? I said, Spike, we've been on it. You were like, man, I want to come on. I need our people. And not just regular ordinary folk. This is where we gotta have, man, celebrities, athletes, everybody. This is a collective thing. They want
You
to
know what it is?
tear
As
us
they said when I
down.
was growing up, it's nation time. Nation time.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly what it is. So, man, we got to keep swinging. So, I appreciate you hitting me. You know, anytime you want to come on and rap, just let me know. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Because
All right.
I had not heard this thing till this morning, so I had to call you up and find out what's happening. And as usual, you're ahead of everybody else.
Well, man, we've been on it from day one, and we're gonna keep swinging on them. And so we ain't giving them no space to breathe. You know what?
No slack.
I got the shirts.
No slack.
I got the Eric Garner shirt says I can't breathe. I don't want them to breathe. And you see how crazy I am. I wore my shirt. Don't blame me. I voted for the black woman.
All right, baby.
All right, Spike. Take care.
Have a good thing with the doctor.
All right, bro. Take care. All
I
right,
did
folks.
mine. I'm good.
All right. I hear you. All right, Spike.
Later.
All right,
I
folks.
love you. Yeah.
Love you, brother.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.